It's no conspiracy that global warming is the biggest threat that faces us as a society today. Our naive wastefulness is leading our planet to the brink of an irreversible extinction. Fast fashion is the main perpetrator for waste within the fashion industry. But what is fast fashion? Well, it's the term used for clothes that replicate the latest catwalk designs, but which are manufactured as quickly and as cheaply as possible in order to get into retail stores as soon as possible. Less than 2 decades ago, retailers produced 4 new collections a year, one for each season. Today's retailers pump out 52 new collections a year. That's one every week. At what cost does this needless mass production come to? In 2019 alone, over 300 million kilograms of clothing ended up in landfills in the UK. That's an average of 5 kilograms per person. Vintage fashion provides an answer to the unsustainability of fast fashion. Reusing and repurposing old clothing instead of buying the latest straight from the catwalk clothes can help reduce fashion's environmental impact. But do consumers really consider the environment when buying new clothes?
Yeah, with fast fashion it's a lot of waste material that gets thrown away, whereas if you're recycling it's reused, and obviously you're not going for all these factory things. It's better for the environment.
Yes, but it's not like first thought, but definitely yes.
Yeah, sometimes I do like these jeans, I suppose, the fact that they're recycled. Yeah, I think so.
The fashion industry contributes to 10% of the annual global carbon emissions, equivalent to approximately 32.5 trillion kilograms of CO2. That's the same weight as 6,500 pyramids of Giza, or 620 Great Walls of China. The fashion industry uses approximately 1.5 trillion litres of water a year to manufacture textiles. That's equivalent to a year's supply of drinking water for 1 billion people. The UN estimates there are 750 million people worldwide without access to drinking water. But exactly how much water does it take to make one t-shirt?
Say 10.
You can say 10,000. The answer? 2,000 litres, equivalent to 3 years worth of drinking water for one person. And how much water does it take to make a pair of jeans?
5,000.
Maybe?
Ooh, I'm gonna go for silence.
It's actually a trick question, it's not on there. It's 15,000 litres of water.
Really?
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah.
Given their unique ability to sell the unwanted goods of consumers, the work of charity and second-hand clothing stores is vastly underappreciated from both an economic and environmental standpoint.
I'm Deborah Flaherty. I'm a cluster manager with the Salvation Army.
Do you think the environmental impact of clothing has influenced consumers to purchase more second-hand and vintage clothing?
People are struggling money-wise, and I think you get better made clothing in charity shops.
Do you think the environmental impact of clothing has influenced consumers to purchase more second-hand and vintage clothing?
A certain proportion, I'd say, small proportion are aware of that. The others, I don't think it matters with them.
Why do you think it's important that people shop in second-hand and vintage stores?
Because it's recycling, and they're better made, they're cheaper, they're not damaging to the environment. Why not?
Do you think it's more important to reuse and repurpose old clothing than to just go out and buy the latest trends?
Yes, there's no need to keep buying and buying and buying. It's just re-merchandising and boosting the retail trade. So what do vintage and second-hand clothing have to do with fast fashion? Well, it's not the cure, but it is a therapy. And with the global pandemic, many consumers turn to fast fashion because of its accessibility and affordability. Yet, with a looming climate catastrophe, will we ever find a balance between our wants for the latest trends and our responsibilities for the environment?